Okay. Right, gentlemen. Now, today we have got an interview of Prithu Tandon. Prithu, Rahul Tandon, this is what his name is. He hails from Mumbai. His father is a businessman. Presently, he's staying at Prayagraj. After that, he has done his matriculation with 72%, 10th with 72%, 12th with 58%, and graduation at 61.5%. He loves playing kabaddi and football. He has written in the PIQ, short put and tug of war. I don't know whether it is a sports or not. It should have been part of athletics rather than tug of war. So that's a primary problem which is there. He has been part of social service group for almost 3 to 4 years. He has been part of, he had just now appeared for AFCAT, and he has been conference out. He had appeared from 4/7/2022. He is a keen person who would like to join services, in spite of him being from a business family, that too from Bombay. Okay. Now hand over to Colonel Kadam. We'll mute it. All of us, Likit and me, there are only 2% left over here. We'll record our input whatever there, and we'll come back at the end of it. Right? Right, sir? Then hand over to you for your further process.
Good morning. Your name is Rahul or Prithu?
Sir, it's Prithu.
Right. It's nice talking to you, and you look very smart and handsome.
Thank you, sir.
And you belong to a very famous place, a famous city. You have stayed there, a resident of Bombay. Tell me about Mumbai in as much details as you can.
Yes, sir. Mumbai is an island. The Bombay's name was changed to Mumbai. It's famous for many things. It's famous for many things. One of this is the gateway of India, the Taj, Sir? Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Now I can hear you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, sir. It's famous for its gateway of India, the Elephanta Caves, the Taj Hotel, and it has beautiful beaches, the Marine Drive. It's also the economic capital of the country, and all the corporates are mostly present in Bombay right now. Bombay has been the ruling one of the cities in which the High Court was established by the Britishers. Now, Bombay has a population of around 2 crores of people. Has the largest number of slums in the country. Yes, sir.
Keep talking.
Sir, Bombay has a few, near Bombay there are many places to visit like Lonavala, Khandala, Mahabaleshwar. Bombay, that has been a good place to visit. Bombay is also connected, has a port and has a Navy headquarters, a Navy command over here. That is the Western Command of Navy has been in Bombay. Recently, the government of and the coalition government between the BJP and the Shiv Sena was broken, and BJP and the other members of Shiv Sena had done a coalition government now. So there is a BJP government with the coalition of 2/3 members of Shiv Sena in Maharashtra right now. Mumbai has always been a place where people come to visit, and especially foreigners, they connect to this place. because of some old places like the Taj Mahal Hotel I had said, and the Leopold Cafe. And it has many places like the Trident Hotel, the Elephanta Caves, and it has been very popular for many things like its street food. The street food of Mumbai is very famous. The Maharashtrian food, that's basically vada pav and the misal pav. And people over here has a very fast life, as from Bombay never closes. It has been working 24/7. People over here have never stop working, because on the roads you'll never find the roads are empty or something like that. There'll be always the churning going on, and from morning 4 to night 1 o'clock the locals have been started. It is a lifeline of the city, as Mumbai locals, people travel a lot through it, and people are very connected because of the Mumbai locals, so it is very famous over it. And people travel from outside of Mumbai to Mumbai for jobs and many opportunities in Bombay, especially. Many actors are living in Bombay because the film industry, the Bollywood film industry has been residing in Bombay, and that has been producing many good films for the country. It has many superstars like Amitabh Bachchan, Akshay Kumar, Sanjay Dutt, and etc. I've been living in Bombay for years right now. So
Okay.
yes.
That's in brief. You have said given a general picture about Bombay. Tell me, what
Yes,
is
sir.
it that you like most about Bombay?
The fast life over there, sir.
What do you mean by fast life?
Sir, it's just like people don't stop. Like, it's just the race with the time to reach at a place and work efficiently. So I feel that is the most thing I like about Bombay.
Okay, good. You said your father is doing business. What business he is doing, and what all you know about his business?
Sir, he is doing interior and exteriors. He's basically a contractor. So he has a tie-up with the Pidilite company, which does the waterproofing, which gives us the waterproofing content, which helps which helps us the building to get secured from the water leakage during the rainy days. So that is the main work of ours. And in interior, we basically design. We basically design from we basically design the things like the sofas, the beds, the things that has been more important in the according to the requirement of the people. So the interior texture, the interior texture and the interior kitchens and all the interior household work has been designed by us. So that is the main work of ours.
Okay. And you didn't find it much interesting for you to join that your dad's business?
So from my childhood age, I have been kept away from the business background of from my father and my mother, because they didn't want me to join the business because that's quite unstable, and they wanted me to get into the services as I was very from it. But on few instances, like my dad was not well, so I had to take over it, and I had to help him out on that instance. So that's the reason I know a bit about it.
Okay, so you want to join the defense forces because of your parents' wish, not your wish?
No, sir, it was my wish, and it was my passion that they saw into me, and that's the reason they motivated me into it, sir.
And you think defense forces is a good career, and why do you think so?
Yes, sir, defense forces is a very, very good career, as it gives you a life full of opportunities and the things that you want to do in life. Basically, I connect with defense forces as I want to serve for the nation. That is my first motive. Second, I think I have the capability of being into a position that I can handle and help the nation move forward. So, and I love doing adventurous sports and getting along with the difficult times and coming with a smile. That's the main thing. So I feel that is the reason I get motivated towards the defense forces.
Okay. So you're motivated by Air Force first and Army next.
No, sir. My main aim was to get into the Indian Army, and I had given a CDS exam, but I couldn't clear it. And I cleared the AFCAT exam, so I went for the Air Force interview, as I didn't want to lose any opportunity to get into the Indian Armed Forces. So yes, sir.
But you have been very lucky in life. Good parents, they look after you, everything. No best available resources in Bombay, and you didn't appear for NDA, and you say you couldn't pass your CDS exam only. Why so? Where have you failed? Why have you failed?
Sir, I would like to add a point that I had appeared for NDA, but I couldn't clear it 2 times. And the reason, sir, the reason was lack of knowledge, I feel. Because now if I see what lacked in me was, because I come from a place where there is very rare possibility of people getting into the Indian Armed Forces and talking about it, and the awareness is quite low over there. I tried getting aware and doing my things, but that was not enough at that time. And during my CDS journey, I couldn't clear it for the first 2 attempts. The reason I felt now was my proper knowledge about it and my proper hard work. That's the reason I didn't do it. But when I understood, yeah, I need to focus more on this, then I focused it and I cleared it, sir.
Good. You said you like adventure. So what adventure have you done so far in your life?
Sir, I've been to treks to forts near Mumbai. I've done zip lining. I've done river rafting in my adventure sports. I have done more of treks basically. That was nearby in Mumbai and that was easy to get. So I did a trek to Mauli Fort, Kalsubai trek, a trek to Katlandar waterfall, a trek to Devkund waterfall, a trek to Harishchandra Fort. So these are the things I did treks.
Okay, right. Now we'll talk about your education background, starting from say standard 9th onwards. Where all have you studied? What all subjects did you have? Which subjects did you like the most? Which subjects you did not like much? Tell me about your teachers whom you liked the most and whom you did not care about much. The extracurricular activities you took part in school, college days. Your friends, tell me about your friends, the close friends, just friends. What is the difference between them? What do you look into a friend to make him a close friend? And your schools which you like the most?
Yes, sir. Starting from my 9th standard, I've done my schooling from Cambridge School, that is ICSE board, and that is a ranked group of schools. I have been the subject that I had during my school days were maths, physics, chemistry, biology, history, geography, and physical education. The teachers that I connected the most was in my school days were Ramesh sir. He was a physical education teacher. And the teacher which I couldn't connect more was my chemistry teacher, Mr. Subbalakshmi. The reason I feel was because I didn't understand the basic concept of chemistry and I didn't love the subject. So that's the reason I couldn't connect it with her. During my school days, I had a lot of friends, and I had a lot of friends, and the best friends were four or five. That's Vivek, Yash, Omkar, uh, Omkar, Alam, Ayush. These were my friends that I used to interact more during my school days. The reason I interacted more was we were all part of the sports in our school days, and we used to play sports and be into sports. So that's the reason we were good friends. And as of now, as at that time, I had many friends in the school, as those we had interaction with all of them. So the interaction level depends on how there is a differentiation between close friends and just friends. After my 10th standard, I had taken science as PCM during my 11th and 12th standard. And I have done my PCM from NKVV IV college, that is Matushri Kashiben Rajlal Walia International Vidyalaya. I had the best subject that I could connect there was physical education and a bit of physics, because that was the part that had physical experiments in physics, and that was the thing I liked the most. So there I connected to that teacher. During my 12th standard, there was no teacher that I didn't have a good bonding, or I didn't have a good connect. During my 12th standard, I had made different friends, as I had changed my school. So they were Bridge, Karthik, Lavesh. These were the friends that I had been interacting more, as we were part of my classroom. So we had an interaction more on it. After my 12th, I had opted for commerce, and I have done Bachelor's of Management Studies from BK Shroff College. That is a part of Kandivali Education Society under Mumbai University. So during my college days, I had subjects like marketing, HR. During my first year, I had marketing, HR, human resource, the finance subjects, math, basically. These were the main subjects that I had in my first year. In my second year, I had to opt for specialization. So I opted for marketing. In that, I had consumer behavior, international marketing, domestic marketing, then projects like survey. These were the things that I had in my second and third year. During my second and third year, during my second and third year, I was also part of many social service activities. And the subject that I could connect more was the consumer behavior, because I did a research on consumer behavior in my third year, and that was really good. And the teacher I could connect more because the research level, and he helped me a lot in that. So that was
okay.
School days till now. I've done extracurricular activities like I have been part of football team, the kabaddi team, the tug of war team. And during my college days, after my 12th standard, I was being part of inter college festivals and intra college festivals and the social service activities. I was also head of the national level cultural festival that has been held in our college, and I was also head of my department. During my department, I organized many seminars and many activities for the children for our department to understand more about the subject, as marketing is a subject which helps connect people, and you need to be in front and be able to talk more. So that was the thing we did during my 3 years, helping the teachers to have organized seminars and organize such activities that helps to connect people and understand the subject more. Yes, sir, that's all.
Okay. You said you had only 4 friends. What are the qualities you found in these 4 people or 4 boys which you did not find in others?
So during that time, there was no such quality. I feel that was the connect, because we interacted more during that time, and we were more motivated towards the physical activity. So that was the thing that I feel I connected more on that with them. Yes, sir.
Okay. And how many girlfriends you had?
So I didn't have any girlfriends till now, but I have friends who were girls.
In your college, there were no girls?
They were girls, so that's what I...
In your school?
Yeah. Yes, sir, they were girls.
Then why didn't you make friends with girls?
So I had a good bonding with girls during my school and my college days, and I had a good relationship with them. I was in a talking terms, and I was in a helping terms with them. But after my school days, we lost touch, because very few friends stay in touch, because we were all separated with different streams and different colleges. So that's the reason.
So, what all activities you did together as friends?
During my school days, we did social service activities together in school time, because outside we not used to meet, and we did from our school we went for a social service camp also. So that was a part where we connected more. During my college days, we used to go out for different trips and different inter-college festivals, that there we used to take part and connect to each other, because during intra-college festivals, we used to be part of different events and different sports. So that's how we used to spend our time, sir.
Okay. Now we will talk about your family. Tell me, how was your relations with your father, your mother, your sister? Sister is elder to you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. What all you do together as family? What is your role in it? What is your contribution towards the family in day-to-day life? Tell me, how do you help your sister or take her assistance, because she's also a MBA, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And what is the normal fights that you have with your sister, and what for, and how do you resolve it? And lastly, tell me what all you do right from early morning till you go to sleep on a working day at home and on a holiday. Go
Yes,
ahead.
sir. So, relation with my father, I have a very good relation with my father. We connect, and I help him out in his accounts and his day-to-day a bit of problems. I make him understand when if he's tensed, or we have a conversation on the life and what are the things going on in my life. With my mother, I connect with her in a different way. Like I talk to her about my education, my day-to-day routine with her, and I take care of her in a way because she's not well right now. So I take her to the hospital and I take her to the physiotherapy that's needed. With my sister, we talk a lot, and as there was a 5.5 years gap between us, so that was a bit of gap during early days. But after my 10th standard, we started connecting a lot, as we used to talk and we used to cook food together. We used to go out for shopping, and we used to talk about what I can do further, what subjects I can take. As after my 12th standard, she only told me to take, she gave me an idea of Bachelor's of Management Studies, as I wanted to a degree. So that's how I connected with her. In a day-to-day life we spend, it's basically in the evening, that's all our family members meet, as my sister and my dad is working, so they are not at home during the daytime, and in the night we meet, we talk, we discuss about little about the day, and then I and sister stay in the same room, so we talk about different things. Like she has a marriage in this year December, so we discuss about how we can do it, and what she wants, and what other things she needs it. So this all is the discussion going on nowadays at our place. From in a normal day, I get up 5:30 in the morning. I go for a jogging at 6. I come back by 7, doing the workout till 7:30. I freshen up and eaten my breakfast. Around 7:45, I sit for studies till 9:45. Then after that, I go down to bring some vegetables and the requirements of the house. I do that. So after that, I come home. I watch some videos. I talk to mom for a bit. Then I start studying again. After that, around 12:31, I help my mom for a bit of lunch, making lunch. From 1 to 2, I do that, and around 3:30, I start again my studies till from 5 to 7. I go with friends to play some sports or have an interaction with them, whatever is feasible at that point. After coming back home, I have my dinner by 8 p.m. Then I start studying for an hour or two. It's around 10:30. Then we have a conversation, normal talks in our family, and then I sleep. During my holidays, I get up around 6:30. I do my workout, get free by 8:15. After that, I bring, if my mom doesn't want to cook the breakfast, I bring it from down, and I bring the vegetables, the milk, the bread, whatever all is needed on that day. Then I study till afternoon and in the evening. In the evening, I go. I've joined the Robin Hood Army. That helps in the education of the people, the poor children. So I go there and have a 2.5 hour session with them. So sometimes it's an education program, sometimes it is a food distribution in the area. So that is how my weekend goes till 8:15 in the evening. After that, I come, I share my thoughts and my views with my parents. I have a talk with them, what I did in the day and how the children's were and how can we help them more. And after that, the day ends.
Okay. Then when do you work? Your PIQ says you're working somewhere on
Yes,
online
sir.
online working. When do you
Yes, so
do that?
so it's like a free time I get during my evening hours when I'm going to play or something, because it takes around 1 hour maximum. Because it is a social media handler page. I take social media for 3 or 4 clients of mine and I help them promoting their work and getting the clients for on their desk for them. So and the promotion of their work, what has been done basically. So that is what I do. So that takes around 1 hour of my day. So that is the between time whenever I get free of posting 15-20 minutes, 15-20 minutes, I do that.
Okay. And who pays gives you the pay? If it is
So, so there are the companies who pays me. I have that I do three social media. I handle 3 social media pages. That is for my KS Shroff College page, the FNO Surveyors page, Venkatesh Interiors page. So these people pay me for my posting and how for the promotion of their pages in the social media platform.
okay, tell me about your reading habits. What do you read regularly? And do you read newspapers, magazines, books? Which all do you read? Which all you like the most?
Sir, I'm not fond of that so much about reading, but I've recently started reading some newspaper and a book that is Coup d'etat by Ben Stokes. So I have started reading that and I have reached to the end part of it right now. I loved it because that was the first book I read actually the wholly, and I loved the concept about it. And now I'll start reading more books because I loved reading it and I help connecting like how there are thoughts and what will happen further. So it becomes more interesting to read a book. So I'll be reading more books right now.
What about newspapers and magazines? You don't read at all.
So I've started reading newspapers nowadays. I read the Hindu, the editorial part especially, to improve my communication and my language spokency in that. And I have a Hindu subscription on my phone also. So I see the overall news going on in the country and in the international.
Okay. So tell me about one latest, most important international news which you think about.
So the G20 summit is 22. G20 summit 22 is going to happen in Indonesia, Bali. That is the news, international
That is
news.
the most important international news as per you.
So the last I read about it was this: India has won. India has also won 58 medals in Commonwealth Games. It's 61 medals in the Commonwealth Games 2022 in Birmingham. So that's a very good news for the Indian side. That's
Okay. And which is the most important national news you think you can tell me about?
so for the national news now, for now is going on is the Bihar government that has been changed recently. The coalition between the JDU party and the BJP has been broken, and JDU and the BJD party has been taken over it, and they have formed a government for it. So that is the news that has been going on, the headlines that has been going on in the countries.
Tell me about it in detail.
So the JDU party has been headed by Nitish Kumar, and there was some conflict being going on between the BJP and the chief minister of Bihar, that is Nitish Kumar. And now he switched the sides as he resigned, and after that he showed majority with the other party, and form the government in Bihar. Yes, sir.
Yeah, what is your view on it?
Sir, it has a different view because I feel switching parties at at half of the tenure of the government is not good, and that becomes quite unstable for the state right now, because a party was ruling with a coalition at a point, and now it has a different coalition. So the thinking, the ideas, the implementation of the schemes would be quite different, and that will have a different impact on the state. So I feel that was not a quite a good step, or a step that is to be told that yeah, it was a good step, but it was a bad step, I feel, from the Bihar government.
Now, suppose you are playing with your friends in your gully, okay, and some new stranger has come in your locality, and there is some tiff between that new stranger and your friends. How will you resolve the issue? And they are getting physical.
Sir, I'll first go there and put them aside, not them to being physical. I'll tell them to talk what is the actual problem about it and why they started fighting
They are
over it.
both sides are no mood to listen.
Sir, they are my friends. Obviously, they'll listen to me, and I'll be able to
Your
convince them.
friend tries to calm down, but the other chap is very aggressive, and he not only gives him a sock, he gives you also one.
Sir, So I'll put him on a side and try to calm the situation for that time.
He is stronger. He is stronger. You are not able to put him to side. He is putting you to side and catching hold of your friend.
So as there are friends, like 2, 3 or 4 friends of ours, so obviously we'll be able to take him to a side and make him calm down. And I'll send one of my friends to his
house. You are not able to do that because he is handling your friend and he has pushed you aside. You are nowhere in the scene. You are just thrown out.
So
other friends are also watching.
So I also call other friends to stop them up, not just watch. And I'll send one of the friends to his home, the person's home who is quite aggressive, the stranger, to bring his parents, because a person can be calmed down with.
But he has given you parents. A sock on your face. What about that?
Sir, that will have an immediate reaction of it, obviously, because if he gives me
what will you do?
If he gives me a fight, or obviously I'll
he
be
has already given you right in the beginning.
So I'll be hitting him and putting him aside for that time.
I'm telling you, he is stronger than you. You are not able to put him aside. He has put you aside. So I'll take help of the friends that are watching there, and I'll bring them over and take help from them and make him calm. Before you do all this, he takes out a knife and he comes for you. He says, so chap, beech mein kyun aa rahe tu?
So at that point of time, the main thing will be I'll take my friend and go a bit far away. And
no, but he's after you. Your friend is on the side. He's got the sock and he is not in a proper, physical and mental thing to come and fight along with you.
So I'll start running from there, because
he runs after you and catches you from behind.
So then I'll use all my strength. If he
my friends are left behind, and you are now 100 meters from your friends.
Yeah, so as I know my strengths, and however stronger he is, he must be having a weak point. I'll hit.
But he's got a knife. No other weak point you can tackle at this stage when he's got a knife and he is getting aggressive against you.
So if he's taking out a knife, he'll be having a knife. I'll try to beat his hand and take the knife down, and just try to make him stop about it, because if he has a knife and if he's trying to attack me, obviously I'll be picking something and trying to take him down at that point of time, because that will be my self-defense at that point of time.
Right. So since you have been doing a lot of trekking and things like that, all your friends in the neighborhood, about say 8-10 of them, they want you to organize a trek to the nearest fort on a holiday, right from morning to evening. You have got only Sunday or one day holiday, whatever day they say, let's go on a trek instead of gossiping here, sitting on the, outside in the colony. Tell me, what all planning will you do? How exactly you will organize this trek? And what will be the main features of your trek?
So the planning I'm doing is I'll take a trek that is being quite close to our place, and for that I'll address everyone to first I'll book a bus that will take us to the place. I'll take out the budget, what all budget that is quite needed. The budget is quite important, so I'll take out the budget of the bus, the traveling expense, the food expense, the water expense, and the entry for the fort for the trek that has been there. So I'll take out that and I'll tell them to my friends, all of them, that this is the estimate budget of it, and this is how we need to go. So I'll plan out in that way. The things that are required to take in the take in the trek, I'll make them. I'll give them the list about it. That's a towel, a water bottle, a knife, a first aid kit, and plenty of water, a glucose drink, some dry snacks that has been put, that is quite needed. So that are the things that I'll tell them to carry, and I'll also tell them to carry some extra clothes, and some power bank and torch lights that is quite needed. These are the things that I'll tell my friends to do, and we'll plan out the things where we can get the food from. So the trek site, as I've been to that trek before, I know that the trek site has a food downstairs. At the start of the trek, there is a dhaba. So I'll contact him. I'll tell them about how we are coming and what time, how much food do we need, how much parcels do we need. So this is how I'll plan, and we'll meet in the morning around 5:30. We'll meet in the morning, and there'll be a time that at 6 we'll leave. There it's around 2.5 hours from our place, so we'll reach by 8:30. We'll have some breakfast over there at downstairs and take our meal boxes from him, and start our trek. It is around a 3.5 hours trek upside. So we'll start our trek around 9:30. We'll reach there by 12:30. uh, we'll we'll reach there by 12:30. Then we'll relax a bit over there, and as there is a water facility over there, there is a groundwater facility over there, so we can refill our bottles, and and the thing, all the bottles that we have. After which around resting for 2.5 hours, and taking photos and seeing the places. Around 3:30 we'll start a trek downwards, and around in coming downwards we'll take around 2.5 hours for all of us to come down. So around 6 p.m. we'll be down, and we'll be having a breakfast, the snacks that has been arranged by the people down there. We'll be doing that. I'll be doing the whole payment for the food over there. After that, we'll be leaving from there around 7 p.m. and we'll be reaching home around 9:30, as there will be traffic during that time. So 9:30 we'll be reaching at home, and then I'll after coming home, I'll pay the amount to the bus driver, and as pay the amount to the bus driver, and then he'll go, and we all will go home and rest and have food.
Okay, good. Now, don't you think trekking should be, you can add more fun to it, knowledge? You're just going up and coming back, eating, and that's enough at your age and your education background.
No, sir. Like during our treks towards upwards, we'll be obviously having a music system with us, and we'll be enjoying some music during our treks. We'll be stopping at some points, at the points that I know that has a quite good waterfall. We'll be having a good pictures over there, and after that, when we reach up, also we can have some play games that I know that have been played over there. There are quite a good spots over there that has been hiding spots, and the spots that are quite famous, and the architecture basically that has been quite good, the carvings and all, and the normal road that is quite steep, and from that place we can't come. We can see that the big door that has been there, that has been built by the Maratha Empire. So this is the things we'll be doing. And while coming back, all of them will be a bit of tired and a bit of this. So while coming back, we'll try to come back down soon. And after in the bus, we can have fun. We can have loud music. We can talk. We can share our stories. And this is all we can do, sir.
Anything else you can add to the trekking to make it more interesting, more educative?
So for that, while going in the bus, we can have a small video clip that by what kind of trek is it, and who built it, for what kind of fort is it, who built it, and how much meter is the height, and who all captured it, and what is the hardest way to go over there, and what way are we going. So that will be more interesting for the people, as they'll be more of knowing about it. So this is how I can add to the treks.
Okay, good. It's been nice talking to you. Tell me, what are your strong points, and what are those qualities which you think you need to improve?
So my strong points, I feel, is my communication and my connecting with the people, my sincerity towards work. These are my strong points, and the things I think I can improve more as of now that I have analyzed from my previous SSB, is interacting with more of people, because my interaction was stopped and limited to some people. So now interacting with more of people and getting to know more about them. So that makes me interesting, and that is the point that I can make it a more strong. So yes, that is a point.
Okay, good. I've been asking you a lot of questions. Would you like to ask me anything?
No, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Nice talking to you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Let's say Bivakar, let's have your views. Bivakar, unmute yourself. Yeah, let me have your views, please. Bivakar, have your views. Likhit?
Sir,
Yeah, Bivakar. Okay, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
he was very sincere and he was very fluent while talking.
Okay, so first thing you were fluent. Okay, next. Go ahead. Well, let me have your views overall. Hello. Anything else, Vivaka, you want to add? Hello.
No, sir.
No. Okay. Likhit, let me have your
No.
views.
Yes, sir. I felt he was a good orator. He was confident about himself, and he was prepared. Well prepared.
Okay.
And
What else?
His current affairs was lacking. He could have added more details about it. He stopped in 1 or 2 lines.
So you say current affairs. Current affairs. Okay. Is a weakness.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
About the current affairs, when he was asked about the national news, he talked about political news.
So why this late thought, Vivakar? You should have caught on. Okay. It's a learning graph, isn't it? Okay, go ahead. Anything else?
Sir, I felt little bit of too formal. He could have been little more honest when he told how he spent with friends. He said that only social service. He could have told little bit of regular activities.
So do you think he was dishonest in any way? Where do you feel he was dishonest in speaking?
When he was telling about his friends.
What did he say?
He said that when the sir asked what are the activities you do, he mentioned only we connected through social services.
Yeah.
But he could have, like, in normally friends, we would do more natural activities like hanging out, movies, or talking.
So the what he himself come up with interaction with people are much less. He would like to connect it more.
Yes, sir,
he's accepting his own weakness as such, isn't it? Okay. Yes. Anything else?
And he forgot to mention about working when you in the working days, and sir pointed out that.
Okay. Working days, he already talked about it. His normal working days and holidays that he did talk about it. When he says when he really told him about it, how did he work for 2 hours? Then he came back, he working for 1.5 hours. a day with 3 clients that he's working.
Yes, sir, that's it.
Okay. Anything else? I think before we hand over to Colonel Kadam for his final analysis, let me see. I think as from the first and foremost from the positive side, you got good communication, pleasant face. You did try to be as honest as possible to that extent. Happiness to that. You were fluent. You didn't get only one thing which we start from the PIQ itself. As I said initially only, tug of war is not a sports. Tug of war and shot put, they are part of the pro league athlete. You can say the tug of war cannot be for sports. You take an undertaking is once in a blue moon, once in a year, once twice. That is how things are get organized. Secondly, you would know when starting from the beginning, let's say you talked about you had so much to talk about. You're starting from Bombay. You should have been coherent. You should have flown. How did Bombay come into play? Who was the first one? How was it established? Then you could have flown to the Bombay. And if you're part of Mumbai, if you can't talk about very much about, and he had to literally prod you to tell me what else, tell me more. And you were incoherent, jumping from one, but sometimes you're jumping from Taj to beaches to something else to go back again. So first and foremost, how did it come back? How was it established? Why it is a trade center? Why it is supposed to be the the economy of India? So that is what is there. Then again he came back. It was only High Court was established. Probably first High Court was established in Calcutta as such around that. Then he came back to Mumbai. So you can't talk about it. So again, so many things you become incoherent. You have been at place Bombay. You should have been trying to say coherent. And then when you talked about what you like about Bombay, in a way it is good. You talk about the fast life of Bombay. Well, but in what way? You couldn't afford to justify. Why do you like that? You say you did talk about fast life because people are racing for. So you did try to say that you were like dynamic, you were running around with. That is what you really came back. Next, you came back again. When you talk, how do you interact with your family, the father? He says when business is unstable. The first and foremost, the reason for your selection, of course, is business unstable. So that gives a sense of negativity. Negative. Yeah, it gives you a sense of negativity to that extent. And secondly, and this confirms to me when you talk about when you undertook the father's business at time in between when he was not feeling well, and you couldn't really go back into the system. So there's some sort of negativity. There's something which is behind. It gives me inkling. There's something which is troubling you at the back of it. What is it? I can't afford to come back. There is something which is so some sort of anxiety is already at your back. That anxiety is again get confirmed. You passed out in 20 and there is 22. 2 years without any business, you can't afford to be sitting at home. That simply indicates by working for 1.5 hours daily for your work around there and earning from something, and you're not even being part of the whole family business. So there's something, it gives me certain gap in the system. Okay. Yeah, and you rightly put, because you couldn't afford to rightly you said that you couldn't afford to clear NDA examination. Then that's part of it. Now what problem was, why didn't you? His repeated question was, being from Bombay and that you had the best of the ability, why couldn't you clear the written examination? And you yourself are telling across your was low awareness. Low awareness first play about the NDA. Now, you can't afford it. Staying in Bombay, you can't talk about low awareness. Secondly, you didn't afford, you yourself were telling me I was not very consistent. I didn't do well. I didn't pass my written examination twice, CDS and NDA as such. Primarily because you didn't take that seriously. That is the basic issues. And to that, he already said, no, is it a sincerely want to attempt SSB, or you just want to join justice? Then you said yes, and you justified yes, you would like to go about it. Okay. Then the handling of the subject, handling of the you talked about chemistry teacher Savani, you talk much more than what was expected. You had talked much more. Well, there's no need for you. Kept on talking. You would talk about college days when you talk about I did this, that, this, and so many. You kept on thanking. But aim was what? He wanted to find out what is his simple question was, what are the subjects you took it from class 10th or whatever onwards, and which subject you like, which subject you like, why didn't you like it? Why? So at the initial part of it, you did justify very rightly that you didn't like something because you didn't like the probably chemistry because Sulakshana was good, but you couldn't afford to understand the chemistry part of it. But you still continue the PCM later on. Why do you continue then after that? That's the problem. That's the issue which comes back. Okay. Then you said you have gone up. Basically, you couldn't afford it, and you for college days you just become too verbose. You still remain verbose. Okay. Then you said we are not such well connected, as rightly put across was one of the candidates. You are not with the friends. You simply said because they were playing with the games, and that's how you connected them. And he did especially ask, why do you want to have friends? Why are the close friends? It is not by playing games only that you will become a friend and close friends. Close friends require certain amount of give and take. You dependability, so many other aspects comes to play. You couldn't afford to justify why those friends are there. That simply indicates that no, that connectivity which you rightly put across, like I'm not going to connect you, it comes to four. You can't afford to have very good number of people at the they can call that is there. Okay, then you see again there's a certain doubt. You yourself were telling you didn't have a very good relationship, or say there's a big gap between your sister and you till class 10th. Till class 10th, where is the need for it? And then you are trying to justify, okay, sir, now I'm trying to interact with her and trying to tell what is she going to answer. And again, you are not the something. If I maintain a good relation, you came back with a good relation with your mother. That's only something. But it was not very evident as far as father and sister is concerned. That certainly indicates that you are probably more, and that to father also, except for the business part of it, it didn't come back anything beyond that. So that gives me a certain amount of doubt about the whole relationship which exists between the parents. I don't know, you would be knowing it better, but as far as I'm concerned, it looks to me very select amount of certain amount of gap in the system around there. Okay, now then you talked about you went to for NDA. Now what is the MBA? Reasons only because she told you to go about it. You had no inkling why MBA. You could have come back. I took an MBA because my family was in business. I thought it is one place that is my strength. I could afford to do better, and that's the reason I am just going. So when you are going, you have to be logical, which became illogical to that extent. Reading habit, you can't afford to say I'm at the age of this 20 plus adulthood. You can't say I don't read a book. And this is the first book I'm reading. So you killed yourself. With this one statement, it said no one is going to pass you. Let me just be very, very clear. No one is going to pass with that wrong. Okay. Next, what is evident now is something what you really call I call limiting beliefs. There are certain called limiting beliefs. I call it. Okay. And there's certain things which holds you back. Complaining, blaming, limiting beliefs, dwelling on past. So you have to learn. No, you remember we talked about narrative identity. Now, what have you learned from your past? You don't support it. He is always saying there's no harm. You may not have done well earlier. But what is the road ahead from how did you wake up? What are the weaknesses that you have had? How do you try to correct it? That is not evident anywhere. So I always maintain falling is not a crime, but not rising from the falling is a crime. Now, 2 years after MBA, still sitting at home, no justified reason for staying back home, preparing for only examination, studying at home, gives a certain gap, isn't it? Okay. Now, secondly, now for each qualities, you just I'll just hold it from the system. Just a second. I'll just take out. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hello. Can you see the slide, sir?
I can't.
Okay, that's I think. Okay, why? How do you check back with those various quality? That's checking out the 15 quality is more important than anything else. Okay. Just a second. There's something is some switch here.
It says you're screen sharing, but no screen is coming.
Okay. So there's something wrong somewhere. Okay, notwithstanding same, I think I'll read out for you around that. Read out for the first thing. There's what you call effective intelligence. Is academic performance.
Sir.
Hi, hello. Hello.